What is up, guys? It's Mike here, and today we're going to be looking at an exclusive truck for Mix 2. We're going to be looking at the King Krunch. So what's up, guys? This was one of my first trucks I got in Mix 2, and I thought honestly it deserves its own video because it has a really cool trophy truck body. And I know a lot of people are gonna want this truck and get this truck, not only just to get it and have it, but just to have the body to get customs out and everything. So we're gonna look into this here and see how it looks. So basically, King Krunch, when I was growing up, this truck was everywhere, and it was basically this paint job. And this thing looks amazing. I was actually kind of worried how they would do a trophy truck body, and when you compare it to like Con Crusher of like Hot Wheels, I actually really like this body a lot better. The only thing I can really complain about it though is maybe on the sides right here, it's a little too thin, as that's not that huge of like a fender, and on the front of it too. But that's minor. I mean, over time, either Spin Master will come out with a different body that's a little longer. But other than that, I can see how that can be maybe a problem for like people that customize these. But whatever, it's a trophy truck body and it looks really cool. One of the cool features of this too is the back of it. I love, like, it kind of gives you like a wing look, like these are wings in my opinion, but it looks pretty cool, and I don't know, it just looks awesome. So anyway, King Krunch, this truck was around forever. I remember seeing this thing when I was little. I remember when it was at the Monster Jam World Finals 0 and it jumped over the humps or whatever and the tire came off. It's one of those trucks that like you grew up with, and it's cool to see something, a couple years later, 20 years later or whatever, and it's still around. So with this truck especially, I don't think there's going to be any variants of it. There could be. I heard some people talking to some people that they might release this truck without the sponsors on the side and on the hood, or on the roof, I should say, not the side. But that would be pretty cool. This truck could be rare if they do that. So if you do see this truck out in the stores, I know a lot of Targets have them. Walmart's, it's hard, at least in my area. You guys might get lucky enough to actually get this truck at Walmart. But it is pretty cool. I love the trophy design truck. I love King Krunch. This brings back a lot of nostalgia for me. But seeing it on a trophy truck, which is pretty cool. I'm not too sure if the real truck actually is a trophy truck anymore. It honestly probably is. I know Bigfoot is now in real life. So seeing this, it's awesome. It does have the 3D texture on the grill too, which is pretty cool. If you guys can see that in the light, how it's kind of shining. But really, the only complaints I have with this truck is it just seems like it's too skinny on the fenders. I mean, as someone that does customize trucks and everything, I can see how that could be a problem, depending on what kind of truck you're customizing. But other than that, this thing is amazing. I think Spin Master did an amazing job, at least for their first trophy truck. I do like how they have the stable bar back here, where it's like tucked in and it's not like, at the end of the truck. I mean, that's honestly only there so the body doesn't bend or anything, but it is cool how Spin Master did that, and I do like that touch. I like how they really put it in the middle of the bed instead of just, sticking it at the end of the truck, which is pretty cool. Another thing too is the wing up here. It seems a little longer and not as steep as the one on the trophy truck. As do I have a trophy truck anywhere to compare it to? I do. Look at that. Good old classic Bigfoot. So right here, you can definitely tell the difference. King Krunch is a lot bigger than Bigfoot, and you can see on Bigfoot at least, the fenders are a little bigger. The grill on the front's a little bigger, not by much, but just a little bit. And that's really the only thing I think Spin Master really did wrong, but that's minor. I mean, I hope they fix it. I hope they make it a little longer, not too much wider, but just a little bit. Something like how Bigfoot's is here. But one thing I didn't like with this truck, this was, I think, a Carolina Crusher at the time, is the tailgate back here. I didn't like how they just kind of like threw a tailgate, and that was it. So it's cool that Spin Master did that, and you can really see the difference in size with these two trucks too. which is pretty cool. And of course the roof, how this one's kind of just like jagged up like that, and that one's kind of wider. But anyway, I really like this truck. This is mix 2. Like I said, I don't know if there's going to be different versions of it, but if you guys do find the ones with the sponsor and, you know, the EXP on the top, I would just pick it up, because once they're out and they do start to, you know, reverse them or revise them or whatever, just like with Bounty Hunter taking off the phone number, these trucks are going to be pretty rare. So if you do see them, I would highly recommend just grabbing it just to have it. And that's really it. So they did an amazing job with King Krunch. They got the barbed wire here on the truck too, on the bottom under where it says King Krunch. And yeah, so it looks amazing. It feels amazing. I love the body style. And hopefully you guys can find this truck if you haven't already. So that's going to do it with my review on King Krunch. And I hope you guys like the video. Subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys in the next one.